Hello friends. Welcome back to Wonderfully Made Bible Stories for Children. I'm so glad you're here. Last time, we learned about King Solomon, how God gave him wisdom, and how he became richer and more powerful than any king on earth. But sadly, Solomon's heart turned away from the Lord, and he began to drift. And because Solomon turned away, God warned that the kingdom would not stay the same forever. Today, we'll hear what happens after Solomon dies. Will Israel stay united? Or will the kingdom break apart? Let's begin. After many years of ruling, King Solomon died. And Solomon's son became king. His name was Rehoboam. The people of Israel came to Rehoboam with an important request. They explained that Solomon had worked the people very hard. They asked Rehoboam to be kinder and lighten the heavy work. Rehoboam didn't answer right away. Instead, he decided to ask for advice. Rehoboam first spoke with the older men, leaders who had served his father Solomon. The older men advised him to speak kindly to the people. They explained that if he served the people well, the people would stay loyal to him. That was wise advice. But Rehoboam didn't like it. Rehoboam went to his younger friends, men who had grown up with him. And his friends gave him a very different kind of advice. They encouraged him to speak harshly. They told him to prove that he was stronger than his father. They wanted him to show power, not kindness. Rehoboam listened to the wrong advice. When he returned to the people, he answered them proudly and harshly. He made it clear that he would not lighten their burdens. Instead, he would make things even harder. And when the people heard this, they were shocked. They realized their new king did not care about them. The people of Israel became angry. They decided they would no longer follow Rehoboam as king. And just like that, the kingdom began to split. Only the tribe of Judah stayed with Rehoboam. But the other tribes chose a different leader, a man named Jeroboam. Now Israel was no longer one united kingdom. It became two kingdoms, Judah in the south, ruled by Rehoboam, and Israel in the north, ruled by Jeroboam. This was a very sad moment in Israel's history. And it happened exactly the way God had warned. God had said that because Solomon turned away, the kingdom would be torn apart after him. And now it was happening. Rehoboam wanted to fight and take the kingdom back. But God sent a message through the prophet Shemaiah, warning him not to go to war against his brothers the Israelites. So Rehoboam stopped. But Jeroboam also made a terrible choice. Jeroboam was afraid that if the people went to Jerusalem to worship God, they might return to Rehoboam. So Jeroboam made 2 golden calves and placed them in different cities. He encouraged the people to worship those instead of worshiping the Lord in Jerusalem. This was a great sin. Jeroboam did not trust God. Instead of leading the people toward the Lord, he led them away. And that's how the kingdom split into 2 kingdoms. One was called Judah, and the other was called Israel. This story teaches us something very important. Rehoboam lost the kingdom because he listened to pride instead of wisdom. And Jeroboam led the people into sin because he was afraid and wanted control. Let's think about this together. Have you ever refused to listen to good advice because you wanted your own way? Why do you think pride is dangerous? When you are in charge of something, how can you lead with kindness instead of harshness? What should we do when we feel afraid, like Jeroboam did? This story reminds us that God cares about leaders who are humble, who listen, and who obey Him. Pride breaks things apart, but humility helps people stay together. Thanks for joining me today. Next time, we'll hear about what happens in the northern kingdom of Israel, where people begin to follow idols and turn away from God. Will God give them warnings? Will they listen? We'll find out next time. Until then, remember, you are wonderfully made. Bye for now.